Despite being separated by just 270 miles, Tampa and Miami have only faced off 11 times. The Bucs seek win number 6 in their last 7 meetings. It's a Week 5 battle for state bragging rights. Next.
Still a bit warm here in Florida, but really all things considered, a wonderful fall afternoon for football here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. Just a short time ago, the Buccaneers emerging from their tunnel to the roar of this frenzied crowd here in the Sunshine State. And we're in the big ship, and fittingly, everyone here ready to do battle as Tampa Bay gets ready to match up with the Miami Dolphins. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A man who played his college ball in Tallahassee, here's Cam Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On the handoff, it's Akers. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
Well, a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. Back deep for the Bucs, Deshaun Jackson. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for granted, that we make it routine. How about that throw right there? Yeah. Another great completion.
And you know one area where he honed his throwing, he was a catcher in high school. He was actually drafted by the Expos in 1995 in the 18th round.
Wow, that would have been something to see him behind the dish.
Think he's gunned down a few guys?
Gunned down a few guys trying to steal second. That would have been fun to watch.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Past the 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe.
And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
An opening there on that 1st down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Lawrence now off the bootleg. Buying time to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
It's Dolphins football here as we begin the 2nd quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Fighting through it, he's got space. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
They'll run with Edmonds. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
On the right side, open is Gesicki. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Lawrence will throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The kick by Sanders is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Philip Lindsey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead is down to a field goal. So that drive of 4 plays. And it was capped off by a Philip Lindsey touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown. I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns. On play action, Lawrence. And going deep for Hill. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Let's go, baby.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually, a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage. Escaping the pressure right. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
That's how we do
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the shotgun, Lawrence. He sets to fire deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that in. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. In trouble, and he's taken down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. 2nd and 20. Another try after the first down sack. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that will do it for this first half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
Working with a 2nd and 3. On play action, it's Brady. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Now, they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
And he's going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And Graham on the ground. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
And a short gain down to about the 33. 2nd and 9. Now a play fake. Brady. He gets it complete to Jackson. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 13-yard line. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
On 2nd down now, it's Lindsey. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. A field goal would break the tie, but look at this. Instead, they're going to go for it on 4th and goal. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Buccaneer offense will be set up well as they take over. On first down, Lindsey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, and you throw it again. Then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And Graham's got it. Complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Jimmy Graham, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point up and good by Succop. And the lead now up to 14. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Vita Vea coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And my goodness, that means this next drive will begin 4 yards from the end zone already. Here's Brady. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had...
And he's got it! Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Jimmy Graham with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bucs are well on their way to a 5-0 start as they extend their lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now it's Wilson. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it off. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. To throw is Brady. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And he pulls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Scotty Miller, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. The return man, Wilson. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Lawrence. He'll get this to his tight end, Gesicki. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. He's going to let it fly.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And the
Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. Third and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Finding room at the 30 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line.
68 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Brady going to look to throw. Going deep this time for Miller. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Succop for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Phillip Lindsay touchdown run. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Now it's Wilson.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Here comes the defensive unit now for the Buccaneers onto the field. They've played excellent. Another stop here, that would just be the icing on the cake.
You definitely want to finish.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Devin White able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
A big offensive explosion helped.